Good day, ma'am. My name is Kit Russell Bilacuna, and for today's video, I'm gonna be recording my prelim activity for React app, which is an usable component. So let's now start. So first is we are gonna explain the main component or the parent component, which is the app JSX. For the app JSX, we're just importing the CSS. We're importing the navigation, register, and the footer component. So a total we have a four component here: button, footer, navigation, and registration form. So for the parent component for the function, we are calling the navigation. So our navigation component. Then we're also calling the registration component, and then we're also calling the footer. So next is proceed to the navigation component. Navigation component. So for navigation component, we have here the name of the name of the system. So it's called registration system. Then also this is for the left side, and then for the right side of navigation, we have the nav links, which is the home, register, and contacts. For currently, we only have the register as our for navigation. We have the working is for register, so which is the registration form. So next, let's now proceed to the registration form. So for our registration form, so first here for the first line, we are importing the use state, so we can use it for the authentication. And then next is we're importing the button. So this is the fourth component, so the button. So we import the button here. We import the button here. Then next is now proceed to the main, so the function of this child component. So first we declare a constant, or we declare here a like a variable. So password. So the password is the actual password that the user input, and then the set password is the dated when the user click. The use of this when the user type a password, it will be knowledgeable by uh, the input. So use state also so that it will get the updated of the state of the inputted value. So we have here, so we also declare another variable named submit. Submit equals event. So basically, what will happen if the user will click submit? So if the user will click submit, the user will click the button submit. It will go directly here. So in this one, we also use a event prevent default, so that we use this so that because currently when we submitted a form, the page will be load, it will be reload. So we use this so that the page will not be reload. Then next, so we have a condition here for the password. If the password is below six, if the password is below six characters, so it will output this, and if it is above six characters, it will input this alert. So and also for the reset, we also create a variable for reset, so that when a student will click the reset, so it will be it will be reset the whole document, the whole form. So next we proceed to the form. For the form, so we have use the on submit and on reset. So for this is for the submit. So if the student will select submit button, so it will submit, and then if the reset, so it will reset. So we have here a full name, so the input text require. So student ID text, the email, so we have use email so that it only accept emails, and then for the course we use select so that it will have an option. For the password, we use password, and also we value it password. So here we use that one, and then this is the condition for this is the use of the state, the use state. If the target value is being changed, and that be it will be changeable. Then let's now proceed to the footer. For the button also, so for the button, so we have here, we connected directly that into registration form. So as you can see here, so we use this component. So this is for the button component, or this is our button. So only register and reset. The next is the footer. for our footer. So in the created this one footer, we only involved this copy so that we can we can get those copyright icon, then the year and then the name of the system. And then now let's now proceed to the CSS. So we have here. So our CSS. So here this is a global style for the body. So and then for the so I set the border left and right because currently when we code, it will have a two border from left and right. So I use this so that it will have no border. And then for the navigation, so we display flex so that it will spread out, not just stack up. Then for the nav logo, nav links, we have for nav links here. For nav links, the anchor tag, and also for the form. So for the form, like the shadow for the form, like this one. So we use that in the main, the app.jsx, this one, so that it will have a shadow and the box will be centralized. Then for the H1, so when we use the H1, so we color it black and the font size and the margin. So form for the form, we display it like so that it will be, it will adjust depending on the. So we have our level, we have our, the input and select. So we also change that one. And then for the button, this one for the button, we also go that for that it will have a hover. So as you can see here, for the button, we also yeah for the button. So we have a hover here. So the main background is for the submit. The main background is this one, the color blue, and then if it was hover, it will be hover. So this is the color. And then next for the reset, so this is the main color, and if it will be hover, the color is this one. Then for the footer, so for the footer, we use the color blue, so same as the navigation. And then we also color and text align center. And this is the padding, font size, and margin top. And then also we use this one so that for the for the responsive of our for the responsive of the system. So we flex direction so column. So if the screen size will be if the screen size will be shrink, so it will be directly like we have two example, we have two column and then the same size will be shrink. So it will now have one column only. Also for the form and then for the button. This is for the button also. Then let's now proceed to the output of my activity. So for the output, so this is the output of my activity. So as you can see here, this is our navigation. As you can see here, this is our navigation. Yeah, you can see the name of the system, our lab link, so home, register, contact, and then this is our whole form, and then this is our footer. So let's now try to enter. So Kitrasel, Lahun, then C2300019, and then the email at gmail.com. Then for the course, we select a course. Then for the password is we enter only four password. If register, so this is the only, so password must be exact, and so it will not be, so it will have an alert. So when I put 6, then it will registration submitted successfully. Also, if you click reset, it will reset. And also, if we submit and we don't really put any data here, it will not go because we put it in required. So we put name. So suppose we put name and then we submit. So it will be you need to fill out because all the action here is all the input base area which we put a required. Then if we register and also here, then also here and submit. So password is also needed. And then let's now proceed for the responsiveness. So this is for the responsive, as you can see here. As you can see, what will happen. So this is this is the main. So if we this is the, and then if we shrink it, what will happen here? As you can see, the column will shrink, and then also the button. As you can see, if not, this will be the result. If we use this, the button it will big and then will become in one column. So think that's it for my prelim activity 4, and thank you, ma'am.